Hello, my name is Jupi, and today we're playing the game The Wolf's Bite. This game is normally $7.99 on Steam, though currently it's 25% off at $5.99. You can play The Wolf's Bite in single player or local multiplayer. I'm playing local multiplayer with Lewis.
Hello.
I'm very excited about playing this game. I played it at bonus stage back when it was a way different version of the game, and I loved the concept and the graphics and the idea, and I've been following the development, and I'm just really excited to play it. This video, as always, is brought to you by the lovely people on Patreon who support me each month so I can continue to record all of these games. And I'm now back from Gamescom, so I should have regular content out once again. Awesome, let's play. How many players? 2 players. Alright. Select your character. So one of us can be the wolf, and one of us can be 3 pigs. Who do you want to be?
I'll be the pigs.
You want to be the pigs, so I'll be the wolf. You can be the pigs. After failing to thrive in the highly competitive residential demolition industry, mostly due to difficulties dealing with brick construction, the big bad wolf decided it was time for a career change. Unable to resist the lure of entrepreneurship, he decided to enter the restaurant business. The 3 little pigs, dissatisfied with their free sample demolitions, are conspiring against the big bad wolf and his new restaurant, The Wolf's Bite. The whole village turned out for the grand opening. Will the big bad wolf finally launch a successful enterprise, or will the 3 little pigs throw up a metaphorical brick wall and stop him? Alright, so I think I go first. Pigs, the wolf. Now the wolf plays. Hey, that's you, Wolfie. Alright, so what I can do is I can go to various places around the map, and I can sort of do different, objectives there. So if I go to the lake, I can go fishing, or I can relax. I'll go fishing. Seafood is very fashionable these days. Serving fresh, wild-caught fish will diversify your menu's offering and expand the appeal of your restaurant. You caught a bunch of big ones. This will feed a lot of patrons. The wolf's bite gains 1 quality. Needing a place to sit for a bit, the wolf sat upon what he thought was a large rock. Unbeknownst to him, it was actually the shell of Cap, an old and wise turtle. Who dares despoil the shell of Cap? You must now answer my riddle or suffer my wrath. I have a face but no mouth, hands but no arms, and named grandfather but have no children. What am I? He's a clock. Ah, an excellent young wolf. You show wisdom beyond your years. If you can answer 2 more of my riddles, I will give you the treasure of immeasurable worth. For today, however, as a token of admiration for your wisdom, I will give you this silver coin. The wolf gains 3 wealth. So that's what I got for my day, and now it's your turn. So it's sort of like a board game. So now it's your turn, and you will use the mouse, and you will pick where you want to go. So you want to overthrow my restaurant. Currently my rep's at 25%, I have $13, your rep's at $25, and you have $10. And this is my restaurant. So we don't know what each of the things do, but you just can do it.
Food sabotage sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Let's do that. How to ruin food with subtle ingredient swaps and other sneaky tricks. Now you just need to find a way into the kitchen. The Wolf's Bite loses 1 quality. Borum Valum is offering a special guest presentation on metal, science, alchemy, and their applications in the kitchen. Sensing an opportunity to bend science to your nefarious aims, you attend. This brings me to Rhymarium and Scorchicite, 2 metals famous for their abilities to turn heat into cold and cold into heat, respectively. These metals have puzzled scientists for decades. However, recent breakthroughs in the alchemical arts have finally enabled blacksmiths and silversmiths to work with these mysterious metals, which are virtually indistinguishable from silver to the unaided eye. Oh, how will we use this fun new knowledge?
How will you do it?
You.
Forget science, let's steal.
I mean, I do love science, but that sounds interesting.
Steal. Why not both?
Why not both?
You have to read it.
The Rhymarium Scorchicite alloy ensures the pan never actually cooks meat while the handle heats up. Anyone picking up this pan is going to get at least a blister. The wolf badly burns his hand on the skillet and is forced to seek urgent medical attention. The wolf loses 3 wealth to emergency care medical bills. Sabotage!
Alright, so this is our recap. The Daily Wolf. Famous food critic coming to town. Gus Forer has caught wind of the intrigue intrigued sounding the wolf's bite and would like to feature it on his show Restaurants, Taverns, and Bars. Will the episode be about redemption or vengeance? Only time will tell.
That'd be Gas Fiore, like guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that's you. Alright, so it's my turn. Now, I'm not gonna go where you are. But I don't know what most of the stuff does, though, which is how. Let's go to the barn.
Any of it does. Let's do it.
Let's tend the barn. Okay. Eating without drinking is boring. You need to spice things up and try out the liquid arts. With the same culinary flair that led you to your famous oyster Carnegie, you serve up a bunch of flaming howlers at bar patrons who cannot get enough. Hopefully nobody minded you had a few too. The wolf gains 2 reputation. Hey wolf, can we step outside? I need to talk to you. A hoarse, menacing voice beckons. It was Buzz, with his gaze of vultures circling behind him. You gulped. I don't think I have much choice. I'll make this quick. You cook, we're hungry, and we've got cash. We have special dietary requirements. We want you to make us dinner. You in or not? Yeah. Alright, I accept. It's not like I have much choice. The wolf prepared Carrion Catore, Pertuscent Paella, and Detrius Delights for dessert. Hey Wolfie, this is good stuff. You should consider making it a regular thing. A deal's a deal, here's your money. It's going to take a ton of work to get this kitchen back up to code given the amount of garbage and rotten meat that it's processed. Fortunately, the vulture's remunition fare exceeds the custodial bill. The wolf gains 3 wealth, but the wolf bite loses 1 quality. Oh, because I served rotten food. Well, if not, they'd probably beat me up, so...
Where should I go? I mean... So we already have restaurants, right?
Well, that's my restaurant, which you can sabotage.
That sounds fun, but I should probably learn how to actually cook.
We don't know what most of the things do,
No,
that's
I
the thing.
Do I live on the bad side of town?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go to the lake.
So you don't have the same options as me because you're not me.
Oh.
So I had fishing, and I obviously won't have sabotage. I had fishing. Oh, you can preview it before you go?
You click away.
Oh, okay, so you can just click on everything. You can explore a bit.
So I could
Get drunk.
Enter the dance competition. If I did it, I guess it really would be a barn dance.
Smear campaign.
Offer in-store cooking classes. So does reputation, do you think that actually affects who comes?
I have no idea.
The neighborhood. Break into the wolf's house.
That's great.
Bad side of town, vandalize buildings, kick it with the West Side Porkers gang. That sounds amazing. So I think we'll put a hex on you if it actually works.
Let's see.
While no longer wicked per se, the witch still gets a kick out of magical pranks like hexes, and your gold is, well, gold. Be careful though, magic is capricious and can backfire. The wolf's bite loses 1 quality, and the wolf loses 1 reputation, but the pig loses 1 wealth. If there's one thing the witch has plenty of, it's toad's breath. She boasts the biggest collection of toad's breath in the city, and she's fiercely protective of it. But if you were to get your hands on it, let's just say the wolf's pasta is going to taste a whole lot toadier. But is stealing the toad's breath worth the risk? If the witch catches you, toads will be the least of your concerns. I don't seem to have any option where I can't not steal.
So, well, you can pay for it. That's not stealing. Paying for it is not stealing. Yeah, you have to read it. You can't keep clicking through like that.
To the pig's surprise, the witch happily obliges and even tosses in a jar of whisper salt. Oh, I thought I was the only one who liked cooking with toad's breath. Pig loses 1 wealth, but the wolf's bite loses 1 quality. The Daily Wolf.
Oh, yeah, you can hear this.
Wolf serves up the delightful first course. Turns out the wolf wasn't just blowing hot air when he talked about his new restaurant, the Wolf's Bite. Early reviews from local diners have been positive, and it looks like Wolfie may have found a niche.
Cool. Alright, so let's take a look at what I can do. Work in the kitchen, work in the front. Alright, we should probably take, oh, I can go shopping.
So do I not have a restaurant? I'm trying to stop you.
Yeah, you're trying to stop me. Train in Regal Cuisines, train in restaurant ownership. Let's train in Regal Cuisines. He spent the day training under the watchful eye of Perry Caparini. With his expert tutelage and righteous instructions, your cooking knowledge and culinary technique grow. The wolf's bite gains 1 quality. There's a special seminar on preparing blowfish today. It is a very difficult and very risky preparation. If you successfully master this dish, you can charge almost any amount of money for the delicacy. So, puffer fish, if you don't prepare it correctly, is poisonous and you die.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it is. You die. So you have to have, like, a special license to serve it because it's so scary. However, if you fail, you run the risk of serving a deadly poison. Yeah. Are you interested in attempting the dish? I don't know if you need a fillet or a loin. You need a fillet. Let's fillet. The instructor watches with a knowledgeable eye and congratulates the wolf. Crafting the dish was not easy, but you succeeded and can not only repeal the financial benefit of serving blowfish, but also the critical acclaim for having mastered the most difficult recipe. The wolf bite gains 2 quality and the wolf gains 1 reputation. Alright, that's your turn.
Alright, shame I couldn't sabotage you there and kill the instructor. That would have ended your cooking career. I mean, let's break into your house? No. I mean, I could visit the pig's house, but I don't really understand what it does.
Well, you can find out.
Offer an in-store cooking class. The leading cause of visiting a restaurant is hunger, and a cure for hunger is cooking. By teaching people the joy of cooking, you can constructively harm the wolf's bite under the cover of doing good. Sinister, that is. The wolf's bite loses 1 quality. Despite being indirect competitors, the wolf does occasionally shop at the grocery store, which lengthens his supply chain and creates new opportunities for sabotage. What we need to do is figure out a way to make everything in his cart more expensive. This will force him to either overpay or go without certain essentials. Of course, this needs to be done in such a way as to not alert the clerks or other shoppers. Killer coupons. Hack the point of sale system. Let's do it. How about an extra 0 in the transaction, Wolfie? You won't see that for at least a month, and by then all the food will be gone and the transaction will be irreversible. We should figure out a way to do this with our paychecks. The wolf loses 2 wealth.
How dare you?
The Daily Wolf. This wolf gets better with every bite. Word is spreading of the cuisinary visionary at the wolf's bite. With new recipes being introduced by the day, there seems to be no end to the wolf's culinary cunning. Just 3 days into his career and he already has one of the hottest restaurants in the kingdom.
I need to step it up.
I don't know
work at my
how I'm
restaurant.
meant to beat you at this.
You can come to our restaurant and sabotage it. I'm gonna work in the kitchen. You spend the day preparing delicious foods for your guests, drawing from all of your culinary skill. At the end of each day, you're exhausted and covered in food, but knowing your customers are well fed makes it worth it. The wolf gains 1 reputation. Hey Wolfie, it's me, your cousin Lupin. Your mother told me you had a restaurant. What's the matter? The demolition thing didn't work out? Anyway, I thought I'd come check you out. So listen, I got this pressure cooker, real gem. You won't believe it, but it fell off the appliance truck. It's stolen. It can be yours real cheap. Just let me know where to drop it off. I mean, he is my shady cousin. No. Oh, I see. So Mr. Fancy Smancy Restaurateur is too good for my pressure cooker. Oh, I understand. I'll see you at Christmas. Say hi to your mother for me. The wolf gains 1 reputation. I don't buy stolen things.
I don't like your reputation gains.
Yeah, I've got a lot of reputation at the moment.
How do I fix this? I'll volunteer? I don't know.
Your reputation will go up, I think.
Let's kick it with the West Side Porker gangs. I don't know if that's going to help, but I want to put my reputation up. Let's work this out. Sometimes you catch more flies with honey. By volunteering at City Hall, you can trade a few hours of time building rapport with various people, ultimately adding credibility to future attacks on the wolf's bite. After all, who wouldn't trust the guys who willingly pick up litter and fix those pesky potholes at no charge? The pigs gain 1 reputation. You spot a flyer outside City Hall for We Smear It, a local advertising group that creates televised smear campaigns against anything you want. The owner, the Wicked Witch, promises to diminish the reputation of any person, establishment or group as long as you've got the cash to pay for it. Perhaps the wolf's bite could use a little television coverage?
So you only have $8 left.
Irresponsibly smearful package. It turns out in the case of smearing less is actually more. The agency, having never tried such a massive smear campaign, ended up going beyond the pale and over the top. Smear campaign came across as performance art. Moved by the grotesque but strangely beautiful displays of raw meat, the townsfolk were more epicurious than anything and decided to start trying new dishes they normally wouldn't, like beef tartare. What a failure. It looks like you need to smear the smearers. Pig loses 3 wealth, but the wolf gains 1 wealth and 1 reputation, and the wolf bite gains 1 quality.
Yes!
Oh, it did say irresponsible.
The Daily Wolf. Camera crew spotted near the wolf's bite. Witnesses report Gus Ferry's camera crew was seen near the wolf's bite yesterday, scouting for good angles and recruiting potential interviewees. The buzz over Gus's appearance at the end of this week was renewed and strengthened by the presence of his crew with reports of fainting and swooning. Yeah, my turn. I'm doing great. I don't know what you're doing. Let's go grocery shopping. You can't run a restaurant without things to cook. A trip to the store provides you with all the ingredients you'll need to cook enough food to feed an army. You even managed to negotiate a discount. The wolf's bite gains 1 quality. Major sabotages, such as deli case or refrigerators, are obvious, and your presence would draw suspicion. You note the shelves are taller than the aisles are wide. Suddenly, visions of tumbling dominoes fill your head. Such a chain reaction would likely destroy most of the inventory and force the store to shut down temporarily. Such as grand sabotage draws substantial penalties if caught, but reward justifies risk. You want me to ruin the restaurant? What?
Okay.
Why would I ruin the restaurant? I don't want to do this. Let's spill some oil. Vegetable oil is odorless and mostly colorless. A few drops strategically placed near key shelves would likely cause some fool to slip. Oh, hello. No, I'm not spilling oil. I'm selling it. I'm a gourmet chef after a, hey, let go of me. Don't you know who I am? You get caught trying to a painfully obvious sabotage. Luckily, since no shelf fell, fine was only my I lose 1 wealth. My reputation should have also gone down. I have a 2.5, well, 2 1/5 star restaurant, by the way.
Damn you.
I'm doing great.
I'm gonna volunteer again.
Alright, so you can just skip through this?
Yep.
So you gain reputation.
The city council is holding elections to fill 2 vacant seats, and you intend to put a porky butt in one of them. If you have a hand in making decisions for the city, you can craftily steer the council away from whatever benefits the wolf's bite. It's the perfect plan, but you need to think carefully if you want to cause the most damage. Which position do you run for? Which one would be lower? Secretary? Treasurer? I mean... Secretary, I guess. Win the election easily, but only because no one else ran. You soon discover why when you realise the secretary doesn't actually do anything. You spend every meeting doodling cartoons of the wolf in your notebook. Oh well, at least you get paid. Pig earns 4 wealth and gain 1 reputation.
That's pretty good. You're catching up.
The wolf's bite has set the culinary world ablaze, with revolutionary recipes like his crucible...
Ooh, sorry. There you go.
Like his crucible fired chicken curry, there is enough deliciousness for an entire family or a particularly hungry VIP. We recommend you make a reservation soon before the Gus effect makes the lines even longer.
It's my turn. What does the witch's hut do for me? Acquire magical ingredients. Alright. Should we work a bit more at my restaurant? Should we go to the bad cooking classes for adults? Ooh. Let's do that. Malnourishment is a key element that perpetuates the vicious cycle of poverty. By teaching people how to cook nutritious and affordable meals, you can help break the cycle and empower people to improve their lot in life. The wolf's bite gains 1 quality. Sally Snatcher has set up 3 shell games outside of the community center. Hey Wolf, you want to try your luck? It's not hard. You have 1 in 3 chance to double your money. You're not scared, are you? Well, you don't like to gamble. You don't want to lose face. What do you do? Do that. Okay, little lady, I'll play your game. Sally starts shuffling the shells, slow at first, and finally ramping up to a blur. Even with your keen senses, you lose track. Okay, Wolf, you pick a shell. You pick the left shell, and it's empty, you lose. The wolf loses 1 wealth. I didn't lose any reputation, so that's fine.
Right. Volunteer.
You're just gonna keep volunteering.
I figure if my reputation's good, then I can sabotage yours easier. So, yeah. After all, who wouldn't trust a guy who willingly pick up litter and fix his pesky potholes in his charge? Peace game reputation. You finally get an audience with the Speaker of the Town Council, Edgar Feathersby. He is soliciting ideas on how to disincentivize the consumption of birds, a contingent for which he is irrationally, albeit understandably, fond. Because he's a bird.
Yes.
Gentlemen, I'd like to hear your best idea to reduce bird consumption through legislation. What have you got? We'll put a tax on poultry.
A tax on meat would hurt me more.
The Protein Parity Act will institute a 25% tax on all chicken, turkey, partridge, duck, pigeon, and ostrich. This tax will remove the savings typically associated with poultry, making it cost as much as beef. To maintain menu diversity, the wolf will be forced to eat the tax.
Nom nom nom.
The wolf loses 1 wealth.
Alright, I'm getting kind of low on money.
The Daily Wolf, over the moon. With filming of restaurants, taverns, and bars set to begin tomorrow, we couldn't be happier for our very own wolf. From from the rough and tumble streets on the bad side of town to a failed demolition business and now a successful restaurateur, he's made everyone proud. The well-deserved bump from being featured seems to be a happy ending for this tale of redemption.
You can come to a restaurant, you know, and try to do stuff.
Well, we will see, won't we?
What do I want to do? Train. Let's train in ownership. You spend the day discussing the nuisances of and challenges of owning and operating a restaurant. Giuseppe's business acumen and mentorship will help you run a more efficient and profitable restaurant. The wolf gains 1 wealth. The Muffin Man is conducting a weekly baking seminar at the Culinary Institute and has personally requested your attendance. What are you going to do? Follow the recipe with a slight twist. The Muffin Man is moved to tears by the quality of your souffle. Wolfie, you are not only going to save a fortune by baking your own breads and desserts, but I would personally like to enter into a joint venture with you. The Wolf's Bite gains 2 quality and the wolf gains 3 wealth. Ugh.
Screw you guys.
I'm working I'm not hiring you. Get out.
You are now. There'll be guests in the restaurant.
Oh, you could have done it.
Spend the day eating in the restaurant, being as much of a nuisance as possible. You order things that are not on the menu, send back every order at least once, intentionally spoil drinks and disrupt the other guests' meals. You're the only ones in the restaurant by the end of the night. The Wolf's Bite loses 1 quality. If there's one thing nobody ever wants to find in their food, it's a bug. The only thing worse than a bug in a restaurant is an entire jar of bugs in a restaurant. Getting the bugs was easy, smuggling in the jar was easy, using the bugs to ruin Wolf's Bite, now that's tricky. Release the bugs in the kitchen during dinner. Release the bugs in the kitchen. The thing is, the kitchen seems like the worst place to have them, but I figured not a lot of people will see it. Before opening. Let's do that. Wait till there's a fly in my soup. Excuse me, but there's a roach in my napkin. Somebody help, a centipede is scurried off of my silverware. We demand a full refund and we're going to give this place horrible reviews on Gulp. Tick. The Wolf's Bite loses 2 quality.
Ugh.
Taking a bite out of the big time. Local celebrity chef The Wolf was featured on a special hour-long episode of Restaurants, Taverns and Bars. In what is likely to be one of the highest rated episodes for the long-running series, Gus Fiore not only explores the food, but also the soul of the restaurant and its culinary maestro. Please tune in next week when the show airs.
Ugh.
He lost a lot of quality.
Oh, I think we're done. The restaurant turned out to be a veritable money printing machine. Ingredients came in, food went out, and it was extraordinarily lucrative. The surge in wealth for the wolf took place despite the pig's best efforts to sabotage him. The wolf found himself with 2 excuses, cash and contempt. Then inspiration struck. The pigs were disliked by all, and their brethren in the West Side porkers were widely detested. An anti-pig campaign would free the town of these pestilence. Yeah. All he had to do was win the hearts and minds of the other townsfolk. The wolf spared no expenses, a billboard in town, television commercials, flyers, pamphlets, and even a skywriter. The pork purge took a little bit of nudging to get off the ground, but it quickly caught on once people started coming forward with their stories of victimization. The pigs and the porkers were rounded up and kicked out of town. The wolf turned back to his work, lighter but also a little empty, no longer having anyone to hate.
Did you win by achieving a certain amount of money?
I don't know. I don't really know how we won.
Maybe it's
I think it was set days.
Set days, yeah.
Okay, it doesn't say there. I think it was like a set number of days, and my reputation was quite high. That was quite fun.
Oh, it was fun. I really liked the writing. It was actually quite funny.
Yes. I really enjoyed the writing and the graphics. It was so lovely.
Yeah, I really liked that.
And I like that the pigs were sort of the bad guys, but they're also kind of the good guys, you know? But yeah, thank you very much for playing with me.
No problem, it was really nice.
And thank you very much for watching and liking and commenting and subscribing. If you'd like to check out this game or any of my info, there are links in the description. Bye!
Bye!